Hey everyone, it's Dr. Paul Martin with Brilliant Life Chiropractic again here. Today I wanted to talk about a new term that I learned gets used a lot by the ICPA, which is the International Chiropractic Pediatric Association, and it's called Salutogenesis. And this is to differentiate between something called pathogenesis. Pathogenic care is really looking at what makes us ill, disease care, basically. Medicine is inherently designed to look at what makes you sick. Okay, medicine is like the ultimate pathogenic care model. It works by fighting the causative agent that has made you sick in order to get you better, right? This makes sense from the medical model. In some cases, it's exactly what you need. You know, if you have a rampaging bacterial infection, then you should probably take some antibiotics to help deal with it, assuming, you know, if your immune system is struggling that much. If you're bleeding out from an amputated limb, then, yeah, medical care makes sense here. You're not going to try and treat that with herbs, for example. Chiropractic care is not very good for amputation, by the way. Maybe, you know, way down the line, but certainly not right when it happens. So pathogenic care is really designed to help you survive whatever happens in the moment, like emergency type stuff. But how is it at supporting natural mechanisms that are already working to sustain us and make us well and keep us healthy? They're really not very good. They tend to get in the way. One prime example is pregnancy. When you get into the medical model, pregnancy becomes a problem. Pregnancy becomes a condition that has to be treated. There's numerous interventions that go into play there, and every time, the earlier they intervene in pregnancy, the worse the outcome tends to be, except in those rare cases where you absolutely needed a C-section in order to survive that pregnancy. World Health Organization recommends that C-section rate be somewhere on the order of 10 to 15%, and I think they're leaning toward the 10% more and more. And then when you look at the U.S., we're at 30%, and there are all kinds of issues that come up with that, including things like breastfeeding and immune system development of the baby and so forth and so on. Not to mention the fact that you're doing major abdominal surgery on someone. So pathogenic care tends to work through symptom management rather than true healing. If you're in pain, make it stop. If you're bleeding, make it stop. If you have inflammation, make it stop. So it can work really well for really bad cases of those kinds of things, and it can bring symptom relief, so it can help you feel better. But for normal health management, it falls down. So Salutogenic care, on the other hand, is a different paradigm. Instead of aiming at the disease, we're aiming at the person. Okay? It's a way of looking at health as something to be promoted, looking from the inside out. How can we support the body? How can we help someone be healthier through natural means, generally speaking? That's where things like exercise, proper nutrition, proper supplementation, and yes, chiropractic care all fit into this model. And when you take care of yourself, your health will improve. When you exercise the right way, that bolsters your body's ability to move and to function. When you eat the right way, it helps in all kinds of other ways, including immune system function. When you get chiropractic care, it can help in all those ways too, by enhancing the ability of the nerve system to communicate, so the brain and the body are more well connected. This can only improve your health. So when you look at pregnancy in that matter, for example, one can see it's actually a beautiful, natural process that needs very little interference and maybe just a little bit of help and support along the way. So yeah, medical intervention is sometimes necessary, but it almost always carries ramifications with it. For example, there was a recent study that showed that delaying a baby's bath after delivery can increase breastfeeding success rates. The pathogenic mindset was, got to clean that baby, get all that dirty stuff off of there. But that was making it harder to develop a good bond with mom. Now, the salutogenic mindset actually starts with the question of, what if all of that vertex, which is that stuff that coats the baby, is there for a reason? You know, I bring up all of this stuff not to demonize medicine. That is not my goal, because I do believe it serves a purpose. But it's just not the purpose of our healthcare system. Healthcare system should be about promoting health, not just fighting disease. Our healthcare system is currently not healthcare. It's a sickness and disease care system, and that's because it's pathogenically focused. So Salutogenic care is the key to a long and healthy life, in harmony with those natural forces that are basically seeking the same thing from within us all the time too. Remember, you deserve a brilliant life. Let it shine.